I have not heard any free speech warriors lamenting this. Matt, have you?
No, do send them along via Twitter if you do see any of the usual crowd being upset about this. To say like
Barry
fascist media
Weiss,
personality
Glenn
being suspended,
Greenwald. Yeah.
libs of
Anybody?
TikTok. Yeah,
Yeah. Right chick. What's her first name? Let's just say her full name for everybody.
Chaya or Haya.
Haya Right chick. Yeah. Just, we're in favor of identifying the fascist libs of TikTok creator there. But anyway, those people who are truth fighters, First Amendment, free speech warriors, have been silent about this Miami firefighter who was recently suspended for sending this in a private message about cops. And here's a local Fox segment news story on what happened there.
About that fallen officer. Hi, Team Sheldon Fox live in Miami with more on this troubling text, Sheldon.
On the hot seat, Jeff, it describes the scenario for an unnamed Miami firefighter who worked at a fire station like this one here in Coconut Grove.
I like this one. Like I didn't go to the actual one because it's maybe confidential information, but local news, you need to be on location somewhere.
Such a weird local news trope. Like you could imagine looks something like this.
It has a garage.
Don't yet have his name confirmed, but his written words sure to have people heated. There's serious heat on a Miami firefighter, and it's got nothing to do with being on the job.
Oh my God.
But for what was texted about the tragic shooting death of Miami-Dade police officer Cesar Echeverri, the fireman texting within a group chat, quote, "Who cares? Another dead cop, probably against gun control. They didn't give a blank when kids were dying in that school shooting. They stood outside. Cops exist for the government to exercise its monopoly on violence. They want the whole world to stop when one of theirs goes down. How many idiots I had to transport with honor guard, their dead bodies from coronavirus, because they all were too stupid to wear masks or get vaccinated. All cops are good for is protecting the rich property owners and the status quo. Everything else is a farce. Expletive the police."
Love this guy.
It's not the only eyebrow-raising commentary about Monday night's shooting.
Let them know they're going to have another officer down if they keep going at 70 miles an hour near my car.
That's from a City of Miami cop on police radio, commenting on other fast-driving officers rushing to assist following the Liberty City gunfire. He was promptly put in his place by a supervisor.
All right. Well, this part is less interesting. I'm just more here to publicly rally and I hit the mic. Publicly rally and support this firefighter. Like this is really, it's taken the firefighter versus cop feud to a whole nother level, but with substance.
You're not safe in your own group chat anymore. And somebody must have snitched out of that group chat. That's a big foul. But yeah, the guy's just venting in a group chat. I don't know how it's like, it's news. Like this is getting people upset. Let's go tell more people about it so they get more upset. And also,
well,
like
yes, but like suspended. All local news is there to back the blue and to when it bleeds, bleeds. Like
that's the thing of about
the amount of crime that's there when it's like completely artificially inflated.
Local news is a business making venture like most news media, and it is not there to have to hire a whole bunch of reporters to actually like go through the community and look at the news that you really need to live your life. It's a lot cheaper to just let the police come to you with different stories of busts and points of emphasis that they have, and that's a 10-minute segment on your like 35-minute show. But I would also just say like this part where another cop said like they're gonna have another down cop if they keep like zooming past. Like you have a firefighter and a cop both talking about how bad cops are. I think like the seal is broken on this stuff, and it's okay to actually question these sorts of things and not treat every single time that a cop goes down as some sort of 9/11 in miniature, because the subtext of that conversation is that like these people need to be allowed to protect themselves more, and it's a very scary job when the truth is you're more likely to die as a pizza delivery boy than as a police officer in this country.
I would imagine that firefighters are pretty sick of cops like constantly inflating the fears associated with their job. When firefighters, if they're called to a scene and there's a fire, there's a really good chance that they're going to get injured or hurt themselves and genuinely put their lives on the line for people in disaster situations. So, like, I can understand any resentment or frustration from a firefighter's perspective in terms of like the outsized attention that cops get for what they say is the scariest job in the world versus what they experience. And it's also just facts. I mean, that guy said no lies, except for, you know, I'm not in favor of more dead cops or whatever. But that's a private group chat. It's a private group chat, right? They're venting.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but it's a legitimate vent to say, like, I carried a bunch of these guys in their funerals because they were, as a class of people, against taking COVID safety precautions, whether that's masks or whether that's vaccines. Sorry, cops, but facts don't care about your feelings. Leading cause of death among U.S. law enforcement was COVID-19. And I also suggest this. You had a lot of fake vaccine cards going around different parts of the community. I would suspect that if we actually got around to investigating where those came from, that they came from cops. Because I think a lot of these police departments said they had a certain level of like 99% vaccine compliance. Those were lies, and that that those should be looked at with a closer eye, just based on my experience in New York here and things I've heard. So I think, that's another thing I think people should keep in mind.
Well, justice for that firefighter, whoever they are, and
fired for truth.
Like your politics, firefighter. Again, still waiting on the Substack post about the free speech implications of the suspension. But yeah, like, hey, and screw that snitch in the group chat. Like, seriously, go F yourself. Like, that is just
no. If that firefighter was fired for like saying I should be allowed to be unvaccinated as I go into people's homes to like save their cat or whatever, like, and
posted like a meme of Obama being a Muslim, we would hear all about it.
Exactly. Or like, I should be able to hang out in the firehouse with my unvaccinated ass. Yeah, then we'd hear about it from the usual suspects. But because it's the opposite, we won't.